Hey, YouTube. Well, it's gloomy and rainy. We're in the middle of a rainstorm here in San Francisco. So I'm stuck in the house. All right, so I'm going to talk about this dude. I was just getting ready to come on here, and I thought I'd go off about this preacher that I saw. I don't know why. You assume it's going to be something negative when you see some of these pastors online. I'm a type of person, I don't listen to a lot of different preachers. I listen to my pastor because, if you listen to too many of them, it's like, one says you got to turn your head to the left. The other one says you got to turn your head to the right. The other one, you got to turn it back. They all say something different, and God told them to say, each one of them to say it. So I listen to people who are speaking directly to my community. And I admit, I do listen to T.D. Jakes oftentimes on Sundays, since he stopped all of his need for the homophobic rants. He didn't do that anymore. So I can listen to him. I can feel relatively comfortable that I won't be attacked. But this guy, let me pull up the ad. I'll just pull up the ad. So I thought I was going to be on here making this rant about this dude. I just saw his picture, and I saw the heading of the thing was, put it up, Jamal Bryant burying a Bishop Eddie Long, cremating an issue. Okay, so that sounded to me like he's because he's in his chair like a little throne. I've never listened to this guy. Like I said, I don't listen to a lot of preachers, media preachers. But I was sure I was going to have a lot. I thought he was saying that there was some problem with cremating Eddie Long, or the church it was going to be a holiness issue or whatever. Or was there a problem with his burial? But I was wrong. So every once in a while, I see this guy, Jamal Bryant, in the news. Usually it's something negative because I'm on YouTube and social media, and usually when I see his face is something negative, some kind of thing with women, or I don't know, he had babies. I just can't even comment on the stories because I'm just not into it. But I thought sure this would be some bait for me to talk about today. So let me play you. This thing is 20 minutes long, so I'm just gonna play you about 1 minute. Then I'm gonna have some comments about it. All right, go Jamal.
Outskirts of death. Can we then set it up that we have a earnest and true dialogue after the funeral? Because I gotta tell you this, we cannot cremate the issue. The issue is here. The issue demands redress. The issue demands conversation. The issue demands, hear this, patience and process and not dictation. Otherwise, hear me, what I'm getting ready to say to you, I'm getting ready to tell you, people getting ready to log off by the hundreds. If we don't have dialogue, discussion, conversation, and redress, you are nothing more than an apostolic trump. What is an apostolic trump? That we're just bullying people about what it is that we feel, what we believe, what we think, and if they disagree, then we banish them to Gilligan's Island. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, something dire needs to happen because the pews are bleeding. A generation is bleeding. I'm telling you, the largest church in America are members of a church called I Used to Go. You
Okay, so I recommend you guys check that out, especially LGBT. No, not just LGBT people, all people. Just check him out. I think it's a good talk. So I got tricked. I thought I was gonna have to go off on him, but actually I'm in total agreement with him. But what he's basically saying is the church finally needs to talk and try to figure out what is a homosexual. Figure it out. Talk about it, so that the church grows like society grows, and so that we're not communicating with antiquated ideas, and we try to understand each other, because it is a pretty awful thing that you're talking to church people, you're talking to ancient ideas, ancient. I mean, the world has changed so much, but you go in there, you might as well be going walking into 1941. So anyway, before that, I was watching Barack Obama, his last press. What do you call those things? It's called a. I don't know why my brain freezes like this. Press conference. Okay, his very last press conference. This is a real press conference, not one of them Donald Trump things where you sit up there, tweet out some ideas, and then come out spit them at you, and then don't let nobody ask you a question. So things are about to change dramatically for this country, and we're losing a good man. So I mourn for his loss. He said, of course, kind things about his accomplishments around LGBT rights. Not taking bragging rights, but just saying that he considers it a good thing. The things that have happened on his watch, as far as LGBT rights. Some of them are laws. Some of them just switching the ideas, conversation. Just to say, I mean, when Barack Obama was running, I remember he was having this talk with these LGBT kids, 20, I think they were college kids, and this one young white kid stood up, and he was so sincere, and he just saying, "What about me? I mean, what about my rights?" And then Barack Obama was able to speak to him and make him some promises about his efforts, and then we were able to watch Obama change his mind, grow as far as gay rights is concerned, and he ended up being one of our best allies. So he was telling you that you couldn't have an old set of ideas and then you can change. You can change. We saw it, and people respected him and listening to him, and so I'll always respect that. Um, so I'm sure that kid is feeling a little better now after the presidency of Barack Obama. Okay, did I have a point here? Okay, so Jamal Bryant. I'm not familiar with him. I see him in you know on social media kind of thing. I never take time to listen to him. And I think that a lot of people are not taking time to listen to you guys, preachers. We're just not even willing to listen to you. So we assume there's going to be something against us. And maybe that's part of the point. It's time we listen to each other and hear. I mean, uh, I've heard how you feel. I've been hearing for almost 60 years. 58, almost 60 years. I've been hearing your side. Listen to my side. Makes no sense that we have no better understanding of what gay is. Everything's not in the Bible. The world was a different place when they wrote the Bible. We're not in the desert anymore, and we have a better understanding. We've evolved as people. So, the church is going to have to change with us. Or, I hate to say it, but, or we just have to wait to hear people die. I mean, a lot of the old ideas, they die with the people. It's awful. If we can't change, then we people just have to sit it out, wait till you die, and at least as far as civil rights go, the world will be better. The world gets better. I'll die in a little bit here, a few years, and for the one who's just coming out, you know, 10, 12 years old, his life will be better. That's just the way the world seems to work. But anyway, I guess I don't really have a whole lot of points to make here. I'm going to miss Obama. It's awful. It looks like I might have found someone that I can kind of listen to. Jamal Bryant. He was making good points. I mean, he sounded good. Can't believe it. I always assume preachers is going to be talking stuff about us, negativity, and that shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. It should take Obama's lead. Be someone we can trust, we can listen to. You're the leader of a group. Can you let us listen in too? You know, so that we can respect you. I don't have a lot of respect for preachers. I'll tell you that. Especially not mega preachers. It's so much about money these days. When you make it about money, preachers just going to say what they think the congregation is going to get happy about, excited about. They always get excited about negativity, about the enemy, and. So maybe we should just take the money out of they say to take the money out of politics. Maybe it's time to start thinking about getting the money out of ministry. Take the money out. Then at least I can hear what you really feel. It's just that I don't know where we got this idea that preachers are supposed to be riding around in Rolls Royces and Mercedes. People say, oh, everybody don't do it. Yeah, a lot of them do that. The ones you watch in media. Um, Mega preachers, yes, they are. They're riding around in jets and having a. Where did we get that idea that the preacher was supposed to be treated like some king or queen or something? Maybe it should just be service. You know, don't take a salary from the church. Get a job. Do something else, and then come preach the word of God from your heart. Anyway, I'm rambling. Check out that clip with Jamal. I think you'll enjoy it. I think there's a message there for us, all of us, all kind of people. I don't know about his sex life. It seems like all the only reason I'm familiar with that name is through various scandals. So I don't know how deep they were or anything, but none of us are holy. I understand that, and maybe the man got something to say. All right, later.